everyone, I hope you are all well. So I wanted to go through what I'd promised that I would do prediction themes from May until the end of the year, and so this part is probably giving you a flavour of that. I might continue to do them all. But let's dive in and see how far I get. So May until I want to say end of October, and it could be till the end of the year. You're going to see a theme of people that are okay to transition and move on to their next life. And I don't mean necessarily, people that are old, that feel that they've got a couple of years left and struggling only. I mean even young people that are just okay with the thought and even it happening that the physical 3D ends for them, and it's time for them to move on. Like a lot of people are okay with just leaving. With that being said, it means we could see that thing pan out as well, obviously. But that is a theme, and it might be something that you hear that's being discussed, and it could be something that you actually literally see. And I want to say again, this is from May. I know that we have now just entered June, it's the 2nd of June. So it's from May till the end of October that I feel it the strongest. A lot of people will be pivoting careers during this period as well. And a lot of people will be losing interest in things that was once very interesting to them. This could also be career-wise. We're going to see that theme. A lot of people are going to be seeking freedom from work, and are going to be not happy with what is given to them and what is it that they are putting out to get what is given to them. Whether it's salary, whether it's time, whether it's in your career, whatever it is, a lot of people are not going to be happy with the balance of output as to what is received back. There is a theme as well that a lot of people will feel sometimes if you have a desire, you could be quite attached to it, trapped, and chained even to it. Some people, a lot of people are going to be freed from their desires and freed then in obviously retrospectively freed from feeling trapped from their desires. That is also a theme. There are going to be people that have attained their desires but decide to leave it behind to go on for a new beginning. They're going to be gravitating towards more needs as opposed to keep chasing after it. They're going to be resisting, for example, the high income to have more freedom. It could be like doctors that were earning or had a practice and they decide we're going to pack it up and just go live somewhere else, a bit off grid, or do more hand jobs as opposed to corporate or etc. So that's an example I wanted to say. There's a releasing of what performed certain people, or a releasing of what stopped certain people from performing. And this is like a right karma that comes around, it's like a cleanup, a transformation. Like whatever path you were called to do but felt stuck, but you followed it relentlessly. There's like a dharma energy of being on the right path and the right karma and dharma. It's like people that also had thoughts and just wishes no longer just have those wishes and thoughts. They fully believe that this is their purpose and this is their dharma to follow and do. People are also not going to put up with certain things and not going to deal with certain things, whether it's work-wise, whether it's their boss, and they're going to go extremely, some, obviously not everyone, extremely dedicated and feeling a stronger pull to their spiritual truth. Now, the extreme side to that is extreme side to that energy, not the extreme side of following into your spiritual truth. The extreme side of that energy could be on the opposite parallel of starting or introducing certain substances and then maybe getting addicted. So that would be the extreme polar side of that. A lot of people will be seeking financial freedom and opportunities come to them for that. Of course, that's not everyone. Seeking no longer to be working for authority, under authority, seeking ways to financial freedom paths so that they don't have to be under authority. I'll give you an example of how this could work out for certain people and not everyone, so you understand the concept of where I'm coming from. For example, there could be a homeless person and they happen to walk into a shop and they're looking for a job, but that shop doesn't have a job, but someone overhears them, sees them outside and say, "This is my card." Do they still give out cards? "Come see me. I've got a doorman, security man job that I could probably give you, but you need to come up and do the interview, etc." So it's that kind of thing that could happen for people. They get a breakthrough for financial freedom as well. It could be that kind of angle. There are people that are going to receive work praises, which allows them to be more curious and dedicated to their work. And by doing that, the curiosity and motivation to really get stuck into their work for some people also then brings praise, energy, and honor. And obviously, it's a cycle. And we know that, but these are the themes that I get. And that's a small intro into what I want to say around this period. Catch the next polarity. So, from May until definitely until the end of October, until the end of the year, some themes, predictions could pan out for you, and it could be themes that we witness. given the period of time, obviously what I want to say that this is, and I think I've got something for March time as well, March next year, but obviously it plays out slowly. It's not going to be suddenly today and then you're like, oh, I didn't see this theme. It's not today or tomorrow that you're going to see it. These are major themes, collective themes, and we are part of the collective, so some of us might actually experience this. You hear some snoring. It's the dog. There's going to be a lot of people that seek spiritual justice. This is not spiritual awakening, and not just spiritual awakening or enlightenment. It's less of actually enlightenment. But it's seeing that what we've been doing has made us a slave to something. And it's triggering. And there's a trigger, which I mentioned in my predictions and themes and guidance, to move away from luxuries for many people. And decline in the materialism is going to be happening. Even a decline in social media is going to be witnessed. People are going to want to go back to like listening to more retro music. I mean, look at the Michael Jackson that came out. The kids that, you know, never heard of Michael Jackson, or they would have heard of him but not ever listened to his music, are now listening to it and probably very much more very attached to it, to maybe doing the dancing, etc. You're going to see Gen Z not necessarily running after the latest app or tech watch or social media TikTok dances like it's just been. Obviously this can change again, but that will happen. And this could also be because there's policies, but in general it's a wave that they're not interested in it at the moment. There's a decline in engagement in social media of these areas of luxuries, put in false prophecies, materialism, that kind of stuff. And there's going to be more different posts, probably like nature. Kids no longer want this and that and a million toys like they used to have. Like, I want to buy this, I want that. It might just be their phone and the apps on their phone. There's going to be a resisting of some things. There's more spirituality and more spiritual justice, like I said. We're going to witness activism against AI and data centers. And this could be because of multiple things, but AI could be because of jobs, etc. For multiple reasons, that theme is coming up, and protests against data centers. Our real values and morals are going to be not around money, not going to be around your marriage, not going to be around your job. A lot of people might feel like all that has brought a dead end. There's been a roller coaster, merry-go-round in a job, for example. high city, millions, earning millions, there's millionaires living around, even if they don't have millionaires. Then they leave it to maybe go to an outer state or another country, village-like type, give it all away just so they have their freedom, or what they see as freedom. The social media obsession. If you have a choice to go on social media, some people might be like, put my phone down, I'm going to sit by the lake instead. Or the forest for this hour. I'm not interested. We're going to see the new souls and the old souls. There's going to be, we have that, new souls and old souls, and we're going to be able to see the new souls are exploring the AI, the tech, the latest apps, the gatherings, the events, the concerts, just venturing out, infused with energy. And, for example, fighting over not giving you my AI boyfriend or tech, etc. And then you've got the old souls that are not going down the AI route, or don't want to be a martyr to tech or AI. And some are like, I've done this, I've done that, I don't need this. And they stop. They just want to divert and escape. And I don't mean escapism through rugs or unsubscribing. Just escape what they've done, what they don't want to do no more. The areas that I mentioned. Of course, I mean, some people might vape, might decide I'm going to stand on my door, have a smoke or a vape. And that for me is a minute of escapism. Some people don't recognize of that, but it is. You're going to see stubbornness like never before, especially in September onwards. Certain things for certain people, like job, social circle, friends, changes, and it's going to be different for all what area this is, but there's going to be a certain stubbornness in whatever area, any area, okay? And this energy could also cause frustration and blow-ups in those specific areas, and that blow-up could be in your face as well. So what I mean by that is you could be aware of yourself and you could be on these themes, but the other person could be extremely stubborn. Meditation, people engaging more in meditation. I've always been an advocate that meditation is not like 20 minutes. Meditation is what you find meditative for you. It could be painting. It could be hours of painting. It could be hours of working on a car if you're a mechanic that you like the look, working with your hands. It could be fishing. It could be going by the forest. It doesn't have to be sadhana or meditation as it is drilled by many, and it can be, of course. I hope you can see what I'm trying to deliver. There's going to be a dharmic energy around online schools coming out very soon. A theme that will come out. And they will progress. They will succeed. I'm not saying that there isn't online schools now, but I'm saying I've mentioned the education sector is going to change vastly. And there's a dharmic pull for online schools that is coming strong, and they will progress. it's no longer Wall Street stock market masterclass or PhD that's pulling people, or gravitas energy of pulling people in. It's very different. There is a spiritual religious patriotism theme that's coming up as well, separate from the education. Sorry, I didn't stop to say that, but this is another one. Spiritual religious patriotism that comes up, and it's around your religion, your spirituality, your culture, even protecting one's culture. Some are going to be feeling very well attacked by others, and so they will gravitate or come closer together with people who are from their culture, from whatever area is religion, belief, spirituality, connectiveness, relatable, to protect one's identity, one's culture, one's beliefs, one's need. There's going to be a very strong pull and patriotism around that. We're also going to see people that will say, I'm not part of X religion, I don't believe in this or that, I don't believe in psychics or astrology, but you know what, I'm going to celebrate this with, I don't know, my neighbour or whoever. So for example, I don't believe in Diwali, the lights. I think it's changes every year. If not, it's November time. But I'm going to celebrate with my best mate, where in the past I wouldn't, because I was too firm on my beliefs. But you'll see people that are not from certain religious cults or beliefs that come to celebrate or just join something else, someone else to support. Around Feb to April next year, you're going to see more people move to villages and buying out of main cities. Obviously, places like Singapore could be very different, because I think they're very much high and, city life. And this is not for all, but I'm saying it's a theme you're going to see. That's the mood and that's the path that will be happening between Feb and April, I feel, especially. And the theme begins, obviously, slowly before. Nature themes, mountains, forests, beach, whatever it is, but not cosmopolitan beach, versus going to Vegas versus going to Disney. That's what I'm trying to say as well. I've said, and I want to remind you, the new financial system that I've been mentioning in past predictions, not just now, because I think some people are starting to speak about it now, is coming. So watch the changes around that. And I would say now until July, you're going to see slowly more moves on that. So transformation seems to be a light word right now. Everyone's talking about transformation. You're about to transform, transformation this, transformation that. But actually, I don't agree with the context and the way it's being thrown around, because it's not easy. Transformation is not easy. It's actually very difficult. And so a lot of people will transform and go through transformation in the way I'm saying it, not the way it's being thrown around. Obviously, remember, everything I said is not necessarily 100% of the people around the globe will have this, but it's my predictions for what we will see. It includes us, some of us, and let's see who it ends up with. And so they're really until the end of the year. I've given a couple for Feb, March and April. I do have more predictions, but what I want to do is I want to wrap this up and I want to do that separately. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you found this interesting. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay blessed and much love.